What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the BS Show. And a question that I have for everybody in the entire world is, what in the hell is going on with Conor McGregor right now? It seems like every year Conor McGregor has this outlash and just crazy Twitter tirade and calling out everybody and their mom, and then he goes back to normal and he's okay and he says he's doing better and he wants to be a good guy and a good father to his kids and a good husband, and he does. He's good for about 6 months to a year, and then boom, he's right back on his pedestal again. So I don't know what's going on. I've put about 4 or 5 different conversations on this video, the mix between him boxing, Manny Pacquiao, to him. The newest thing is him and Dustin Poirier doing a fight overseas for charity. And then Justin Gaethje called him out because there was leaked text messages between him and Dana White saying that he wanted to fight and Dana White didn't have the date he wanted. And then supposedly he called out Diego Sanchez, a 39-year-old fighter who looks like he's on his last leg. So there's just so many things right now that Conor McGregor's doing or trying to pull, or maybe this is all a publicity stunt to get eyes back on him and there's a big announcement coming. So I don't know what in the world's going on. I know the dude's coming off a big-time win over Donald Cerrone, and supposedly at the beginning of the year, he was telling Dana White in the UFC he wanted to fight 3 times in 2020. Dana White was all excited. He was going on record saying Conor McGregor is more motivated than ever. He wants to fight 3 times in 2020. He beat Donald Cerrone, and then it looked to me like he was set in line for a Khabib rematch or a Tony Ferguson fight. And then this coronavirus thing happened, so I guess all that kind of got put on hold. But I just don't understand where Conor McGregor's angle is. Is he trying to be the best UFC fighter of all time? Is he trying to make a truckload of money? Is he trying to get charity? Is he trying to beat up on 39-year-old men who are clearly out of their prime in Diego Sanchez? I just simply don't get it. I don't get it, and it just always goes back to my idea that Conor McGregor is a spoiled brat in the UFC, and he's gotten his way for so long. He's had so much pull with Dana White in the UFC because his numbers are great. He makes a lot of money. That when he doesn't get his way, he goes out and does all this stuff and makes a huge deal about everything and tweets a bunch of stuff, makes the UFC thinks he's pissed off, makes the UFC think he's going to go make money elsewhere or do charity and keep some for himself or do a boxing match and not include the UFC. And then the UFC bites on it. They apologize. They kiss and make up. Him and Dana go out on a date, and then they're all good. So that's kind of what I think's going on right now. I think Conor McGregor's pissed off. He's not getting the fight he wants. He probably wants a Khabib rematch or something, and we all know that Khabib versus Gaethje is the next big fight. He's been out of the loop now for about 6-7 months. I always want to try to like Conor McGregor. Every time I feel like the dude's going down the straight and narrow and he's trying to do better and he's not beating up old men in bars with a bottle of his whiskey, and then he pulls stuff like this again. And it just always reminds me that the dude's, I don't know if he's rich and spoiled. I don't know if he's got a screw loose. I hope he's okay with his mental health issues. I'm not going to make any light of that. But I don't understand what's going on with this guy, because he literally has the pick of the litter. He could do anything he wants. He could fight anybody he wants. And he always seems to take the route of getting pissed off, getting mad at the UFC, trying to do things under the table for charity or whatever. So I just don't understand what's going through his mind right now. I'm sure the UFC would be all on board with the Manny Pacquiao-Conor McGregor fight. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor made a truckload of money for themselves, for the UFC, for the boxing promotions involved. So I just don't understand what Conor McGregor's motivation is at this point. If he wants to do a charity fight with Dustin Poirier, a guy that he's already beaten, hey, whatever. That's fine. That's great. That's dandy. But you've already beaten Dustin Poirier. I will admit Poirier looks a lot better. He looks like he's fighting in his natural weight class now. They fought a long time ago. I understand that, but I just don't understand the motivation, And the reason why I kind of put that Justin Gaethje tweet on there is Justin Gaethje's pretty much saying, hey, man, I called you out multiple times at the beginning of the year. You didn't want to fight me. You this and that. You guys see the tweet on there. But that's almost kind of what it seems like with Conor McGregor. He doesn't want to take the rough path. go through these killers and get another title shot. He just thinks he should jump everybody. He should just get that huge payday. I just don't understand the motivation at this point. But thank you for tuning in, guys. Let me know what you think's going on with Conor McGregor. I hope everything's okay. And what do you think his next fight should be? And, just let me know in the comments below, guys. Thanks for tuning in.